products grown in Georgia are all around us, with a geographic range stretching from the coastal plains to the Appalachian Mountains. Georgia boasts an agricultural diversity second to none. The following profile is one of Georgia's products that proudly calls itself Georgia grown. After cutting through the protective rind on the outside, what's on the inside is always a sweet and juicy treat that has a great cooling effect on the long, hot days of summer. On this episode of Georgia Grown, we'll look at two melon favorites that make summertime celebrations and almost any fruit salad a little more special: the Georgia watermelon and the Georgia cantaloupe.
We have a perfect growing season for watermelons. It's just the right spot. The sandy loam soil is really ideal for watermelons, and we also have an abundance of water. Typically in June and July it's hot, sunny, and the watermelon seems to like that type of weather.
The watermelon can be traced back to distant civilizations across the Atlantic and Africa, and the melon we call a cantaloupe is more correctly called a muskmelon, and has its origins all the way back to ancient Persia.
Cantaloupes, they're hand-picked, loaded onto trailers, then they're moved to a packing shed where they're sanitized with chlorine water and they're brushed and cleaned up. And they being a lot more perishable than a watermelon, it requires cooling. So we cool them as quickly as we can down to 38 degrees, and they arrive at the grocery chains best at 38 degrees. The watermelons, they don't require as much cleaning as a cantaloupe crop or cooling.
Although the most commonly grown varieties of watermelons are seeded varieties such as All Sweet, Crimson Sweet, and Jubilee, some farmers are now growing seedless melons. This requires some special help from our friends, the bees.
And you have to plant a pollinizer, which is one that provides the pollen. Typically it's not one that's harvested, it's left in the field. That plant is strictly there to provide the pollen. So we have to have a lot of bee power to pollinate these hybrids.
True to its name, the watermelon may be more than 90% water. That's one reason why cutting open a watermelon is a refreshing break to a hot afternoon. But watermelons and cantaloupes can be eaten at any meal. So whether you prefer a hearty slice of chilled watermelon or a nutritional addition to your breakfast or salad, you'll be glad to know that both of these summer melons can be Georgia grown.